looks like it's working. Forgot to do my regular test. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Back in the long ago.
Buenas noches, mein Führer. Ja.
The Morning Stream. I am your father's, brother's, nephew's, cousin's former roommate.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It's Monday, December 2nd, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Good morning, Brian.
Hello. Happy Monday. Brand new week, brand new month, all of that stuff.
Yeah, all those things. It's already time. It's already a day into the new month. Where's the time going? Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. There we go. Let's get all that out of the way. Oh, my God, I can't believe it's December already.
Yeah, it does hit you, though. It hits you and you go, woo, what the hell's going on here?
And then not just hits, but it's like, all right, we just got through Thanksgiving. Hope everybody in the U.S. who celebrated Thanksgiving had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But now it's like, all right, hey, guess what? 3 weeks until Christmas. 3 freaking weeks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm not ready. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm not ready for Christmas. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look forward to it, but I'm not ready for it. I don't have anything done that I need to do. Everyone else I know seems to get way ahead of all this sort of stuff, but I don't. I'm late.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm out too. I mean, I'm like, okay, I really need to get some stuff done. Great. Yeah, that's going to be happening.
Yeah. I feel like some of it I'll be honest, some of it will get pushed to January. That's just how it'll be. That's okay. 2025, arms wide open when the walls fell.
Oh, I thought you were doing a Creed song.
Sorry. Oh, it's even better.
Good.
Even better.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're here. We're going to do a show.
When the walls fell with arms wide open.
Those guys are.
And Darmac at Tanagra.
I keep hearing they still do a pretty good tour. They're like a fun concert now. See?
Yeah,
that's what I've heard.
The tour at Tanagra. Yeah.
No, I mean I hear Creed is decent. Like they're.
Oh! I thought you were talking about those great T-shirts people made that are like Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Like concert
yeah,
T-shirts.
I always wanted one of those. I don't know who was selling them, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if those were real or if you could buy them or what the deal was. But
right.
All right, I did something weird this weekend where I touched something that I didn't think I'd ever touch. All right.
Wow. Okay. Well, they say better late than never.
Yeah, that's what I say also. Very late. 600 years late, it turns out, on one of these things.
Wow.
So this is wild. There's this bookstore so we did this thing. Kim wanted to do this for her birthday. She's like, I want to go to all the locations and restaurants that I haven't been yet that are high on this list. She's got a list. And I want to do the south end of the valley all the way up to Provo. I want to do that on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're gonna go north and do everything on the Salt Lake end, all the way up to the city. And it was various, like there's this Korean place we wanted to go to, which we did, which was amazing, and I'll talk about that in a minute. All these different restaurants and stuff. Anyway, we go to this bookstore, and it's way more than a bookstore. It's like a collecting items store, bookstores and items. I don't know what to call it. It's like a treasure hunting kind of place, but it's like mostly books.
Okay.
I don't know what else to call it. I'll give you an example of what's there. So they have this ancient Quran, copy of the Quran, an ancient copy of the Bible, and an ancient copy of the Torah. So you got your Muslim, your Christian, your Jewish, books. Humongous, like huge books that are like hundreds and hundreds of years old. And they're all in this one room. Then he's got another room where it's like, here's one of Lincoln's pipes, verified one of his pipes, and here's some of his notes, and then I think there was his top hat or some shit was in there, and there was another room full of Harry Potter stuff, like original manuscript stuff with like handwritten J.K. Rowling notes on them, and or Rowling, I guess is how you say it, and all that sort of stuff, like kind of Harry Pottery stuff, and then a whole bunch of Tolkien stuff, and then Stephen King first time. Like off the press books that were not demos. What do you call it when the first one comes off and you have to go through it, make sure everything was okay?
Yeah, the proof copy, basically.
Proof copy. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So it's got his writing all over it and all the stuff of like the stand and all this stuff. It's really cool. And I don't know where this guy's some kind of freak. He just goes around the world and finds this stuff.
And I'm guessing those things, it's a bookstore where things are for sale, but those things you just described, none of those are really for sale.
Some of them I think are considered priceless, but some of them were. Sure. So I want to say,
oh, really?
Yeah, I want to say you could, but it was outrageous. There was no way. I want to say, I can't remember which one I saw. Maybe the Quran had a price tag of some many tens of thousands of dollars on it or something.
Sure. Okay.
But then there were others where clearly they're not going to sell me a
600-year-old Bible
or
or Lincoln's pipe or whatever.
Now, what was cool was they also have what they call rescues there. And he's really into religious books, but he's also got all these other. This is where it gets weird. So he has these religious books and lots of Bibles, and some of them are like Middle English, Latin, like pre-King James version stuff, where it's really hard to even read. Like words are spelled like TRPVW. It's like, what the hell's that word? I don't know what that is.
Like everything looks like churches with a V.
Yeah, kind of. It kind of did. And no one invented paragraphs 600 years ago. I'm telling you, it's just
no. It's all one big wall of text.
Yeah. Ridiculous stuff. But he has these copies that he calls rescues, and one of them, what that means is these are ones missing pages or have been beat up pretty bad that he's found over time that aren't worth as much because they're torn up. And what they do is they lay those out and let you flip through them. And if you find a page that you want to do, they'll take the page out, frame it, mount it for you, and you pay for that. And that's like $600 or something.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not doing any of that. It's like for grandparents or people that are big Bible heads or whatever.
Right, exactly.
But I got to touch it.
A specific psalm or passage that they like.
Yeah.
The word passage is what I was looking for.
Yeah, something they like that means something to them or whatever. Sure. I'm flipping through the pages, and it's just weird to think that I'm touching 600-year-old, very thin onion-like paper. Some of these were hand printed, like some monk sitting there just going doodly 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 and doing it forever for giant miles of text. Like, I don't know how those people do this stuff.
And they didn't like require you to put on like special gloves or anything. They were like,
not with the rescues. Yeah. The other ones, the big ones, they had under glass and special environmental stuff and all that. So you couldn't touch those. Like he had one that was 14 something, I forget. And there was only two made, and we don't even know where the other one is. They think it got destroyed, and it was printed at a time. Oh, and they have the first edition, the first run of the King James one, and that was under glass. Like, some of these are just not letting you touch it all. But these rescues, you could flip through and look at them, and they encouraged you to because they want you to buy one. And so that was weird. Now, here's what makes that really weird. Flipping through a 600-year-old book, that's one thing. But then to turn around and go into the next little room in there, and I'm like, what is going on? Because on display is the actual prop station and prop Walkie Talkies from Jurassic Park.
I think when you start collecting stuff and you get these weird, very unrelated things, you're like, well, I want to display this. I guess I just won't put the Jurassic Park walkie-talkie right next to the Quran.
Yeah. It was like the Quran room looked like something Indiana Jones broke into, and the one next to it looked like Hollywood memorabilia because he had like recent stuff like Thor's. What's the in Endgame, the new axe?
It's Stormbreaker.
He's got the Stormbreaker prop in there.
Really?
Yes, I couldn't believe it. And then other like more older stuff like the Wizard of Oz lollipops that they're licking when they're doing the Lollipop Guild song. Gosh. It's not an actual lollipop; it's a plastic thing. But he has one of those, the pink one. When you watch the movie and you see someone with the red or reddish pink one, he has that under glass. Got all this verification crap on it. It was wild, dude.
That's crazy.
Absolutely wild. Of course, I bought nothing there. I left with nothing.
Yeah.
I had some copy of this. What's the Tolkien book, the Simulacrum or whatever it is? Cimmerillion. That's it. Simulacrum. They had he had some kind of first run of that. That thing looked so cool, and you couldn't get to it. You'd have to come in there with like a giant bat to break the glass to get it.
I'm sure. Yeah. Wow, that's really cool.
It was wild. I think they make their money in two ways. They do have a ton of books that are just old. So, like, if you want a Canterbury Tales book, that might be $100.
First edition,
sure.
Hound of the Baskervilles or something like that.
There you go. Lots of stuff like that. You can
buy a couple $100.
Yeah, and it was weird to see those classics, wedged right in with this big Stephen King collection. Just weird.
Sure.
But you could buy these individually. Those, they'd have to come help you and stuff and all that. And then you could do these pages. But as far as I can tell, that's the business. So then I did a little research. Turns out this guy's got a massive TikTok following, this old guy who collects everything. Mm-hmm. And that's what's paying for this place. It's not the other way around. The bookstore doesn't do a ton of business, as you might imagine. It's like one of those fancy bag places in Vegas. Like, who's going in there?
Yeah. Right.
Our Kardashian every 6 months might show up and buy a $20,000 bag.
One of these, exactly, like right.
It's just like a front.
Prada.
Yeah, it's like a front just to make things look cool. And this kind of what this is, because his TikTok is like through the roof, and he makes big money on just that. So
are his TikToks about the books? Like, is he showing those books on TikTok?
Oh yeah, it's all about like, here's my latest find, and I found the
I was wondering if, like, oh no, it's completely unrelated. He just shows his feet, and he's making $10,000 a month to support his business just from showing his feet.
Yeah, his OnlyFans is really fueling his true love, which is archaeological finds. But yeah, it's a weird combination of things. He's been collecting since '87, which, we were in high school then, and he's an older guy now, and he comes out there once in a while and just does like Q&As where people can ask him anything about this stuff, and he'll go on and on and on about, well, I had to go to the desert of Xingzhang and spoke to the feral beast of
I gave
whatever.
The shaman a little drop of my blood, and in exchange he gave me blah, 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 blah,
He gave me
whatever.
Stephen King's first edition of The Stand.
Right, exactly.
A Walkie Talkie from Jurassic Park. It's just really, really odd thing, but I had to share it because it was absolutely freaking wild.
That's really cool. Wow.
Also,
did you have a good birthday, by the way?
She did. She had a great time. We had.
Good.
I was worried because I said, "What do you want to do? We can go out of town. We can do whatever you want to do." And she said, "I have this sort of like local restaurant bucket list. Can we do that?" And I said, "Well, yeah, and we can do it over. You want to do it over a couple of days because we're not going to eat like 20 times a day." And she's like, "Yeah." So we did that and had amazing Korean at this place called. I didn't write it down, did I? Damn it. I wanted to...
yeah, you have a placeholder for it.
Yeah, I forgot the name. I'll find it real quick. But anyway, or someone else can. But it's in the Chinatown district, or it's more like Asia Town because there's tons of Vietnam stuff. And anyway, down there in Salt Lake. And fan-freaking-tastic. So good. So good. Cool. It wasn't like a hot pot kind of one. It wasn't a barbecue one. It was just like prepared dishes. Just
like full-on Korean dishes.
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
All
Very
those
cool.
glass noodles and the freaking the bulgogi and the what they have there. And they bring out just like all you can eat as long as you want these sides. So it's like your typical Korean sides, your kimchi.
Kind of like what they do for a barbecue or Korean barbecue place.
Yeah, same kind of deal. Yeah. Except you just don't do the thing at the table. But it was really nice and fairly new, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who doesn't, maybe they're not in the mood for the whole, let's dip everything into the thing and cook it ourselves and deal with that. That's fun. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's plenty of those places. But this was a great sort of sit down, get what you want. Prices were good. It was great. And I can't remember the name, so I've helped no one. Working out wonderfully.
Right. Amy says Bakery Hyung. Is that...
That's it.
Okay.
Thank
cool.
you. How did you find that?
Some sleuth work right there from...
did
Amy.
I post? I must have posted it on Blue Sky or something.
You must have, yeah.
I forgot I did that. Cool. Yeah, it was great. I highly recommend it. I also saw something that annoyed me, and I would like to share it now.
Oh, yeah. I saw your tweet about this.
Now, there's two reasons.
Blue Sky. What do you call a post on Blue Sky? A post?
I think it's just a post. Like Threads is a post.
Yeah.
Everything's a post except for Twitter, and Twitter's gone. So what's over there? It's just shit.
For Blue Sky, it's some BS. I posted some BS on Blue Sky.
Nice. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But it's basically here we go. It is a thing that I thought would annoy you too because of the font problems.
The kerning. I didn't even look at that. That's a really good point.
Yeah, there's some serious kerning issues. There it is. Okay, Chad, I'll pull it up here. For those at home, this is a giant metal, I wouldn't call it a sculpture, it's just a font. But anyway, big metal sleigh with a hashtag in front of it. So hashtag sleigh.
Can I tell you what annoys me the most about that? And I see this all the time with mailboxes and stuff where people get the stickers to put on the mailboxes. That S is upside down.
Yeah, it absolutely is upside down.
It's absolutely the thinnest. The thin part of the S needs to be at the top.
Yeah, that fat end needs to be back down at the bottom. I think where they got confused is there wasn't this. You just see the sleigh and the reindeer that didn't overlay on the S, and so I think they just screwed up. So that's wrong. That's offensive.
They bought this in a kit on Etsy.
Sure felt like it. Sure felt like it. Yeah. And then my biggest. So that's one issue. I'm glad you brought that one up. The S is effed up. Yeah. The kerning is bad. Now you could argue, well, they're separate letters. They're all standing there. Some kid nudged the H. Like, who knows? I don't know.
Right.
My biggest issue is that they're playing on a stupid thing going #sleigh, which is usually SLAY, but here it's spelled like Santa's sleigh and it's in colors like Santa Claus. Oh, well done, guys. Well done. You've really connected with the freaking youth. I was annoyed.
You know what, I'll bet if you searched some Millennium local Utah Instagrammers, you'd find 30% of them took a picture in front of that thing.
I'll bet you money they did. I didn't want to go see because I didn't want to learn the truth. I wanted to be blissfully unaware.
Exactly. No, we should not think about that. We should.
Yeah. So F that noise. That sucked. I didn't like that. I did spend some time in a record store that you would have loved. I forgot the name of that too. But it was unair conditioned, or it was unheated, which was weird.
Oh, wow.
We were freezing in there. Okay. I don't know what the deal was there, but
that's how they keep people from loitering. Is they just
it's effective. It turns out because we got out of there pretty quick. But we looked at this album cover from Queen, News of the World, and then you brought it up out of nowhere, and I couldn't believe it because I had just seen this album, was just handling it. And
kind of talking about that that artist that you really liked that you posted about.
Oh,
that reminds me of the dude who did the News of the World album cover. That is an album cover that I stared at so much as a kid. George had the Uncle George had the album, had every Queen album. Queen is his favorite band. And I sat there and I stared at that thing, and just like the back cover has the top of the arena that the robot just ripped open to pull the members of Queen off stage and kill them, presumably.
Yep. Somebody in that thread said that the painting originally was just one guy, and they added the band members. He modified the painting. It was from an old comic
book or magazine. Yeah, like an old, not Fangoria, but that kind of thing, like a what are those called? Horror art magazines.
Yeah, they used to have. There's names for these magazines, and I can't remember them either. But anyway, this was one of my favorite things growing up, and I'm like you would stare at this. I do the same thing with Iron Maiden albums. Just stare at them.
Right. I think that Scorpions album, was with
the forks
getting pushed through the glass with the forks in his eyes.
Yeah, and I always wondered about this finger thing. Is this his weapon? His little pokey blood?
Well, it's sharp.
Finger?
He's got a sharp. He's got sharp edges on those fingers. So he was like, "Oh, I'm going to touch Freddie Mercury in his belly. Oh no, I've killed him."
That's his voice.
Oh, that's his voice.
No, what have I done?
That's totally his voice. I mean, look at him.
What have I done? Oh no.
I just killed Freddie Mercury. Oh,
he's one of the great singers ever. What have I done?
I can only hear things below me because my ears are pointed down.
But I've got fleshy human lips. Anyway.
And I think I have eyes inside my...
It does look like there's a dude in there, right? Like it's like a mask or a helmet or something on a dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
When I saw Queen in concert, or the Brian May and Roger Taylor and Adam Lambert, they brought out a giant version of that dude.
Oh, no way.
At the back of the stage, and I was like, so cool, like actually seeing that thing made in 3D. And I looked at it and said, oh, I want to make that dude in 3D now, and I never did, but sure, somebody's got that dude, a 3D version of it. Give him we don't see his whole body, so give him like an Iron Giant body for the parts that we can't see on that album cover.
It's actually hard on the back when you talked about how it's him pulling him out of an arena, but it almost looks like they're coming out of his stomach or something. It's a weird album, but it had a way as a kid of making you feel like this was a dangerous thing to be looking at.
Yeah.
Am I even allowed in here? Can I even look at this? Is my mom behind me right now, watching me look at this robot kill these people?
Yeah.
Like, he used to have this vibe about it. Love it.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's definitely creepy.
Then one other tiny note. We got breakfast at this original Pancake house, not IHOP. It's this other place. And packed. Freaking packed. I don't know what we were thinking. Parties of 50 coming in there. Because it's the day after.
It's the weekend where everybody came in for Thanksgiving to be with their family, and nobody wants to cook anymore, so let's go out to the Pancake house.
Yeah, we thought we were like so smart. We're going to go at like 11. No one's there at 11. It's like way quieter.
Oh, yeah.
Not even close. It was terrible. But here's what's great. We're sitting there. Oh, did I pull it off? I don't think I did. Anyway, on my phone somewhere exists the sound. But I hear this in the distance. I'm hearing ambient crowd noise, like, because everyone's in there. And I hear off in the distance. Do you know the song?
No.
Okay, so that's from Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And it's being played on some kind of flute. All right, I don't know what kind of flute. Maybe a recorder or something.
Maybe an ocarina?
Maybe an ocarina. Right? That's what I wondered. And I'm like, where is that coming from? So I'm like preening over the top of heads trying to find the sound. And he's just going on. Doo, 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 and he's playing other Zelda songs. And I can't figure it out. And it's loud enough that it's louder than anybody else who's talking. Now, normally, if some kid's blowing on something or making noise, I would be annoyed. Because it's just like, it's already crowded in here. We really need somebody playing a flute.
We don't need any extra noise, but since it's that, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was all right. So I started mulling around and found this kid short. That's why I couldn't see him. He was short and inside this little pack of people. And it was an actual ocarina. Somebody had given him
oh, really? Yeah. You actually gotten one. Okay, cool.
A nice one, too. Not some plastic shit from Walmart. It was like a wooden, nice one. And he's in there, and he's got a little music sheet that he's looking at, and he's going, doo, 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 and he's playing this Zelda music.
He's doing exactly what you need to do with an ocarina, which is play music from Ocarina of Time.
Exactly. I couldn't have been happier for the kid. I was like, I gave him a big thumbs up and a smile, and finally got our table and ate like cakes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. We had a great weekend, though. And then Kim,
we've got a couple of those original Pancake houses here in Denver. Basically one way up north and one way down south. And back when we were doing Thursday night TMS PMs, Fridays would be all lifting in the morning. And if I ended up near one of those, that's where I would go for breakfast. I would just be like, great. It was this destiny that brought me here to this original Pancake house, and I'm going to have breakfast here, by golly.
Do you get those really thin, I forget what they call it.
Yeah, not crepes, but they're crepe-like.
They're like crepes, yeah. They're pancake. They call them pancakes, but they're crepe-ish.
Yeah, and they're a lot more moist, like a lot. Yeah, you can roll them and they won't break.
Right. You could actually. That's a great way. You could eat them that way. You could roll them, cut them, and then maybe dip them in the.
Roll them and put some jelly in the middle, and then roll them up. That was the Hungarian thing called palaginta, which is basically like rolled crepes with apricot jam in them.
No wonder they're called hungry. Jeez, making me hungry.
Exactly. I know everything they talk about. Oh, some goulash. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. And it's always more than I think I'm going to get. Like when we went in there, we're like, we're going to split something. But after a 55-minute wait, we were like, we're starving. We're not
we're
splitting.
Each getting something, damn it.
And then when we got it, we were like, oh, shit, we should have split it because these are huge. And pretty well priced. Like, you can still get a big old giant breakfasty nightmare plate thing for like $8.50.
Yeah, like, two people can go there and have breakfast for under $40.
Yeah, that seems insane these days, So...
Yeah. It is.
That's why everybody was there. We were dumb to go there. But anyway, whatever. Hey, everybody. We got a quick question from Tony before we move on to today's half-asses competition. Sure. Tony asked the following question. If a shark flips a floating coconut with its fin and it hits someone in the head and kills them, were you killed by a coconut or murdered by a shark? Love the show, yo. Tony.
We really should have had Dunaway on for this one, because remember, he was the one who was like arguing about shark attacks killing people versus being, more people die being hit on the head with a coconut than killed by sharks.
Right. It's a good question, though. Is there a paradox here? Like if
all right, if you get shot by somebody, did they kill you or did the bullet kill you?
Oh, see, guns kill people, not guns. See, there's that whole thing.
Bullets are the things that kill people. I'm allergic to bullets.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it turns out my body and bullets aren't compatible. We just don't.
I'm bullet intolerant.
Every time one hits me, I just, have to get it out or I'm going to die.
Exactly.
Good question. So it's all about intent, right? So if the shark intends to kill you with the coconut, then yes, the shark killed you using a coconut. Yeah. But if he did it by accident, then you were killed by the most freakish event ever.
Yeah. And I think a falling coconut really, people who get killed by falling coconuts, you can only say that if it falls out of a tree. Yeah. Like if somebody were to drop a coconut off the Empire State Building and it kills somebody, they killed them. It wasn't they weren't killed by a falling coconut. They were killed by a person.
Yeah, you'd say they were killed by this guy with a coconut. The coconut just becomes the weapon, right?
In the billiard room with a coconut.
Because the falling coconut, the rarity is supposed to be it detached from the tree without anybody trying to.
Exactly.
The tree has no control over it. The tree didn't go, ooh, there's a dude here, I'm letting go. Tree didn't do that.
Falling coconut is only falling from a tree. Other than that, it's a weapon.
I agree with you. I think that applies here. So the shark accidentally killed you with a coconut. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's your paradox solved.
There we go. There's your answer. Yavang.
Yeah, paradox solved. Never tell your friends. All right.
Pokemon, Yavang.
Does sound like one. Everything does at the end of the day.
Everything does. Everything sounds like a Pokemon.
Well, speaking of Pokemon and capturing them all, let's capture Brian Dunaway.
Yeah.
I think he's feeling a little better these days than he has been lately.
That cold, good. I hope so.
That cold tore him up pretty good. But we're here to find out. Brian Dunaway joining us for some morning half-asses here on a Monday. Brian, welcome back to the show, and I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Thanksgiving was all right. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
You sound a little better. You feeling better?
Were you so sick you were able to get out of having people over for Thanksgiving? You could just enjoy it?
Absolutely. So I was sick for a week. I did not leave the house until yesterday. And even then, I was 100% sure. I'm out and about today. I'm very shaky because you can't be sick for a week and not come back and go, I'm all shaky. So I'm still recovering. Yeah. I'm still making it.
Mm-hmm. I think you might have had that flu A or B. The flu B is the one that's
flu B.
That's the one that's supposed to suck.
It's the one that cuts your hair with a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
it's whatever it was hateful.
Yeah, It didn't like you, and you didn't like it.
I'm like, get out of here, and it's like, and I want to hang around for a bit, and I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah, leave me.
And even worse, I think I also got like some kind of urinary tract infection because I got dehydrated, even though I was drinking water like crazy and peeing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the world or the universe or whatever it is.
No,
I'm good.
No, look at you. You're fine. Mm-hmm. I've been having to drink a lot more water lately for different reasons, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Your body's like, hey, I got an infection in your urethra. What are you going to do about it? It's going to burn when you pee. Enjoy yourself. Whee!
Nothing.
Congratulations. Yeah.
And then if you look, and then don't look anything up on the internet. I highly discourage it. But if you do look it up, it's like, you can also drink too much water. That'll also give you urinary tract infection.
Oh,
cool.
You'll drown to death. Excellent. Well done.
It's like Final Destination. You're going to get a urinary tract infection if life wants you to get a urinary tract infection.
I would love that as a premise for a new.
That's going to be Final Destination 6. UTIs for everybody is what it's called.
Oh man, everyone's just miserable. The doctors are tired of giving out prescriptions.
That's right.
Oh, what a movie that'll be. All right, well, let's get to it.
That for Film Sack. Yeah.
Brian, how's this work? Who wins? How do we play?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. Welcome to the morning half-asses, a trivia game where I'm going to be giving you two the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers, 3 of which are correct and 3, like a shark flip and a coconut, are incorrect.
Oh, don't get me started.
Depending on how confident they feel with the category, they can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses, but if any of those guesses are wrong, you get 0 points for that round. Get 1 right and you get a point. 2 right gets you 2 points, and 3 right gets you 5 points total. And we're going to add up all those points after 3 rounds, and the player with the most points wins the prize for their contestant. Want to know who those contestants are? I'm going to tell you whether or not you want to know. Scott, you're playing for Mark in Melbourne.
Nice. Love the Australians.
Yep. Brian, you're playing for John, a.k.a. Bean Man, in Aberth, Scotland.
Ooh,
I love the
Scottish listener,
love
dude.
The Bean Man.
I love that. No, we don't have enough Scottish. You guys got to call in and stuff. We love your voices and your accents.
Yeah.
That'd be great. All right.
All right, let's get to your questions here. Let's start off with, as we do, with question number 1. Seems like a good place to start. We're 3/4 of the award-winning podcast Film Sack right here, but there's another show that really took our idea and went places with it, and they used a time machine to release it before we did, and that show is called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Which of these are actual movies mocked by Mystery Science Theater 3000? Your choices are Jungle of the Giant Women, Scorpion Women of Saturn, Samson versus the Vampire Women, Women of the Prehistoric Planet, The Women of Fury, and Hercules and the Captive Women.
A lot
So
of
there's
women.
a little theme there with all the women.
Yeah, lots of women
We
in
lost,
here.
Dunaway was so offended he left.
Yeah, did he bail? Did we lose him?
He bailed. Yeah, he's
Must have disconnected. Let's ring him again, see what happens there. Yeah, here he comes. Oh, he's also out of the game. I wonder if his internet went down.
maybe.
Well, we'll find out shortly when he doesn't answer his phone. Perhaps he'll probably just have to move to his phone, actually.
Might have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Move to your phone.
'Cause I think he's at work on a headset on their internet. All right, we'll try. We'll see what happens here. We've had weirder things. We've had entire internets go down. So we're about to find out.
We've had ISPs that hate us. We've had backup ISPs that hate us. All that stuff.
Yeah. All right, Dunaway, how you doing? No. Oh, he says he's green. Let's see. That doesn't mean anything. Could be anything. All right. All right. Well, maybe he's not coming in.
Brian.
I don't know. I don't know if he's able to do it.
Let's see. Has he even? He hasn't even selected anything in the game. So
No,
I think
he's out.
stuff just went completely out for him.
He must have lost all connection, which is unusual for him.
It is.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Brian.
Oh,
Hello? Do you hear us?
well, he's connected.
He's on his phone.
I'm not seeing rings of speakage.
No. Brian, do you hear us?
Brian.
Oh,
Brian.
there he is. Hi. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
There we go. Now we hear you.
You all right over there? What happened?
No, I'm mad.
What happened?
Don't talk to me.
I'm not talking to you.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Yeah. You know what's right next to my volume up button so I can hear you fools a little bit better because my ears are stopped up?
Yeah.
Apparently, the thing that I've never hit, the sleep button.
Oh.
So I set my laptop right into sleep mode, which took forever because it was like, here, let me dump all that into some memory for you for later on. And when you bring back up, I'll have to bring all that back up again.
All right.
It
Well,
might take a minute.
I was
Anyway,
I
I'm
was
back.
I was worried it was more catastrophic. Sounds like you're doing okay. You're all right.
Yeah. Glad it was just user
Does it
error.
sound like I'm doing okay? Does it sound like
Do you sound happy?
Aw.
Well,
All right.
let's see how you do. Did you get you see these answers here, right? You see these?
I see them.
Okay.
I finally came back.
Do you
up.
feel
All
like
right.
selecting any of them, or
Do you want to poke?
I feel like taking my time and being bitter and
salty, Brian?
Yeah.
Sure,
Salty.
sure.
Yeah.
all right, let's see. These are all like women. Why are these all women movies? All
Yeah,
right.
that's a theme. That's a theme with this one. Yeah.
a bit of a theme.
And how many did you choose, Scott?
I went with 2 because I'm really.
Man, you're so stupid. Why you always tell me that? I don't know. All right, here we go. Locking in my answers. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, friends.
All right, you both locked in.
That's what friends do.
You both locked in with Hercules and the Captive Women, which is correct. Yeah, they I want to say they sacked that one for sure. Then
Ripped
you guys
it.
split. You guys
Uh-oh.
chose Jungle of the Giant Women, and one of you chose Scorpion Women of Saturn.
Oh.
And well, both of those are wrong answers. The real answers are Women of the Prehistoric Planet and Samson versus the Vampire Women.
Oh. How'd Samson deal with the women? How'd that go?
I don't know. I don't know who won. I'm hoping it was Samson, but I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to go.
I
and
guess
watch
it
that.
depends.
We'd have to watch that one ourselves for Film Sack, I think.
Yeah, and we need to know what the Vampire Women of Saturn's plan is. We need to know what their platform and sort of their policies are going to be, and then I might be okay with them.
Well, I don't know if Scorpion Women of Saturn is a real movie or not. I don't know if it doesn't say on the answer sheet on this one if these are actual movies, all 6 of them, and they've only done 3, or if the 3 that aren't were just made up.
Well, the 3 that aren't, we should seek out for Film Sack.
We should.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, right. So we know we're not scooping Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah,
3000.
that plus we need some good cheese. We haven't had some cheese in a while. I'd be
You do
into
need
it.
some good cheese.
Yeah.
That's some mighty fine cheese.
Is there any Christmas cheese? Maybe there's some Christmas cheese.
Could-
a nice,
could
wheat
be.
Oh my
loaf.
God, there's so much
Christmas
Christmas
cheese.
cheese. It's about all Christmas is.
It's all cheese. Cheese and meat
Yeah,
logs.
Let's watch Hot Santa for Film Sack.
Hot Santa.
My
Hot Snowman? What's it called?
it's
Hot,
hot
you're right.
frosty.
Is that
It's hot frosty.
Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
Hot
That's
Frosty.
it.
Which is what I get when I go to Wendy's and leave my frosty on the dashboard for too long. But also,
At least it melts.
Kim and the
Unlike
girls
McDonald's.
watched it and they said it was very dumb and they had a great time.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Perfect. But it sounds like it's trying to be dumb, which means it wouldn't be good for Film Sack.
Yeah.
We don't want the movies that are self-aware.
what's weird
Yeah.
is it has people that are always in those things, and then it has
Yeah.
people who are never in these things. So it's like this weird combination of, oh, this is a proper Hallmark Christmas movie, but then stars who never do this show up. So it's like it's a weird. I don't like the mainstreamification of this shit. I don't. Leave it
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
belongs in
no,
its weird
exactly.
corner for my wife to consume all month. Let it be there. Let it live there.
Right.
Don't
exactly.
bring it up.
Give us movies starring the older sister of the girl who played the main character in Kissing Booth. She finds her architect boyfriend on the streets of New York from her small town.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's right.
okay, let's go to you did so well on that one. I really want to throw you a zinger. Let's go to number 2, which is baseball.
Sweet.
Baseball. Ball players who won the MVP award more than once. So which of these people are so good that they won the MVP award more than once? You got Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey Jr., Yogi Berra, Ted Williams, Juan Gonzalez, and Sammy Sosa.
I like baseball a
Really?
lot, but
So.
I don't remember any of this. I love baseball. All right.
Baseball has been very, very good to one of you. Maybe. We'll see.
I picked some Dunaway. I picked some of them.
Ooh, we
I
picked
picked
some.
some of them too because I'll just go with the names I know. There we go.
All right. Well, you both picked 2, and you both picked the same 2. You both picked Sammy Sosa and Ken Griffey Jr.
They
And
didn't have MVPs when Yogi Berra's time, did they?
Sure they did.
Oh, they did, and he won 2 of them. Yogi Berra did. So did
Nope.
Ted Williams and Juan Gonzalez.
Oh.
Yes, you both picked incorrect
That is
answers.
hilarious.
Damn it.
This is Ken Griffey Jr.
All right. That was King Griffey.
Whoa.
King Griffey Jr.
Is he in your bathroom? Because it sounds like he's in your bathroom.
It's the
I don't
intro
know
to it's his here, I'll play it again.
This is Ken Griffey Jr. Let's play Major League Baseball.
That's his game on the SNES
from
Super
the
NES,
game.
yeah.
Sure.
Doesn't he have a candy bar?
Did he?
I think he did. I think we
Ken
talked about it.
Griffey Jr. had a candy bar?
Yeah,
Or
didn't he have
no,
like a
you
King
know what
Griffey
you're
Jr.
thinking
candy
of,
bar?
dude? You're thinking of the candy bar he eats. He eats something bad at the Quickie Mart on the Simpsons episode where all those
and
baseball
that's
players
what
run.
causes him to not be able to play for the
Yeah, he
Ice
gets
Queen.
gigantism or something. Right?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That's a great episode, by the way. It's so good.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yogi Berra did win 3 times. Thank you, Ambassador Domo. Juan Gonzalez and Ted Williams won twice. Yogi Berra won 3 times.
Nice.
And
Yogi.
baseball is
Yogi.
God, I can't think of any Yogi Berra-isms right now, but my God, they're some of the best.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to question number 3. Maybe you guys can get some points on the board in a category that you guys know so well, which is jazz saxophone. Sweet. Which of these people are actually jazz saxophonists? You guys are going to this with 0 points, so maybe a strategy is, I don't know, play it safe. Who knows? Your choices are John Coltrane, Wynton Marsalis, Thelonious Monk, Charlie Mingus, Stan Getz, and Lester Young. 3 of these are jazz saxophonists.
I think I chose
3 of them are phoning it in.
I may have chosen the wrong brass instrument, but I'm about to find out.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out. You guys didn't overlap. Let's see. Dunaway, you chose John Coltrane and Thelonious Monk. Scott, you chose Wynton Marsalis. Yeah, Wynton Marsalis was a trumpeter. Yeah.
Oh, wrong brass or instrument.
Thelonious Monk was a pianist.
Oh!
You did get John Coltrane making it the only one you got right this round.
This whole game, have I gotten any of them right? I don't even remember.
It's been a toughie. So that's all right.
Oh.
We're gonna redeem ourselves with this was a tough one. Sometimes I'm going through these things and I'm like, ooh, I'd like to try and find one in here that's gettable. But and I thought maybe you guys would do better with Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, that's where I messed up, by the way. Branford Marsalis, his brother was
Branford
sax.
is the sax, yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Except my
That's right.
Marcelluses.
Let's get to a tiebreaker question. Let's do. All right, I like this.
Look at
Let's
this one.
go science and nature. Let's give you your green wedge. Brian, since you got John Coltrane right, I'm going to let you pick whether you want to answer or give the over.
I'm gonna low high it. I like.
You're gonna low high it. So
I'm
Scott,
gonna do the easy one.
give me a numerical answer to this. On average, how many African elephants would it take to equal the weight of a blue whale? So we've got the little cartoon scale that we're all visualizing, and there's a blue whale on one side that's right. And then on the other side, there's a question mark with a bunch of African elephants. How many African elephants would it take to weigh as much as a blue whale?
I'm going to guess 15 elephants. 15.
15. All right.
Yeah.
15 is incorrect. Brian, is the actual answer higher or lower than 15?
Everybody knows it's 17. It's higher.
So you're going to say higher?
Oh, yeah.
It is not 15 or 17, but it is higher. It's 21 African elephants, or 3 brontosauruses, or 12 T-Rexes, or 50,000 chihuahuas. Congratulations, Brian. You get this, and by proxy, John, Bean Man, and Barbara Scotland is going to get this as well. Congratulations.
All right, so that begs the question. Which would you rather fight, 50,000 chihuahuas or one giant whale-sized chihuahua?
I was going to say, I'd rather fight a blue whale than 50,000 chihuahuas.
Yeah. I mean, 50,000 chihuahuas.
One blue whale-sized chihuahua or 50,000? Definitely I'll take the one giant chihuahua.
I feel like...
Because all you need to do is find the nearest Taco Bell, and he'd be distracted.
He'd tell you to head... Taco Bell. All right. I'd take the 50,000, I think, because they're also dumb. They don't know anything. What are they going to do?
Yeah, but out of 50,000, even if you get 12 smart ones, they're going to maim you.
No, good point. That's a bad... You're right. There's a percentage chance that I'm going to get hurt.
There's going to be 49,500 of them that are dumb.
It's kind of like,
Well, let's be honest. Neither are good options. I don't like either one.
Neither option is good.
Yeah.
This is true.
All right. Well, that means...
How about just one small, regular-sized lovin' puppy? How about that?
A lovin' puppy?
One lovin' puppy.
Lovin' puppies from Romco.
Hey, let's tell these guys what they won, by the way, because I never did. Let's see. John, you are getting a copy of Persona 4 Golden.
Ooh.
And Lamplighters League, courtesy of Wesley.
Nice. Those are nice ones.
Yeah.
But Mark and Melbourne, you're getting a copy of Hierarchy, the 4X deck builder. So if you need a deck added to your house.
This is the one. I have this game. Cool. It's actually Hexarchy is how they put it.
Hexarchy, okay.
And the reason they call it that is because everything's hexagonal in the game. It's like, imagine playing like top-down Civilization, but you're playing it with cards and you're playing way shorter games. That game is cool. Very cool game. Highly recommend.
It's way better than Hexarchy.
Yeah. Right. When you corrected that, I wasn't sure yesterday. I'm not sure if it was funny or if I was still sick, and it struck me as funny. But I was listening to the XM radio going to get some gas, and I was still like 70s music or something, and the DJ on 7. The DJ on there sounded older than me, and I haven't laughed at someone older than me in a while. But he was running down the list of movies that did well at the box office this weekend. Of course, hit Gladiator and Wicked, and then he's like, and then the number one is Mona. And I was like, Mona, dude, really, Mona?
Mona 2. Yeah, I heard that was my nephew and niece said it was really good. They liked it.
Yeah, Mona. They liked the Mona.
They liked
it.
Good. If it didn't seem like they were like, I said, which one do you like more? They're like, oh, they're kind of the same. I think it's that kind of sequel. So
So I think one of the like Hollywood Reporter or Variety or something had the Moana 2 doesn't hold water or something like that.
I hate it when they're clever.
Come on now. Yeah. Exactly. Just tell me what was good or bad.
Yeah. Did you like it or not? That's it. Go home. Well, anyway, Moana 2 or not, we have some winners. That's awesome. Congratulations to both of you. You both got good games today. Good set of games. Yeah. And Brian Dunaway, I'm just glad that you didn't pull a plug out again while we were talking or shut anything down. That's really good. And I hope your day's good, and I hope you continue to feel better. You sound a lot better, and that makes me happy.
We're going to get there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
I just have to keep apologizing to everybody. I'm like, look, I'm not mad at you. I'm not a jerk. but I'm hurting.
Yeah.
I don't feel well.
You don't
And
feel
if
good.
I come across as a jerk, I apologize.
Yeah. You're allowed, dude. You're allowed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Live your best life. Don't worry about us.
I'm living it right now.
Kiss our butts. All right. He couldn't even reply. That's how fast I was.
That's how fast. You were super fast. Good job.
Incredible stuff. All right, everybody. Time for some news. We'll do a quick story here. Why not? Why not indeed? It's time for the news brought to you by...
Brought to you by this week's story on Keith R. Conrad's sci-fi audio fiction podcast, Auditory Anthology, The Anglers of Ours, by Roger D. We always assume he will be the big brains when we visit a new planet, but we might be in for a rude awakening. Get your copy right now at auditoryanthology.com.
Nice.
It's called, his science fiction podcast, Auditory Anthology. It's a great name for a podcast.
I agree.
Well done.
I agree. It's a good domain. It's good searchable domain. Did a great job. You win all around there, Keith. Nice job. Or as I wrote, Keither Conrad.
Keither. Oh, yeah, Keither Conrad.
Keither Sutherland. Nicely done. Netizens react. I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
Already not liking this article.
Yeah. Netizens react after a dead frog. A dead frog fried and placed as a topping on pizza in a Pizza Hut in China. Oh no. A frog. And this is real, not like a mistake. They're selling this.
Like it's one of their flavors, one of their pizza flavors.
Yeah, they're into it. You can order this.
Yeah. Or toppings, I guess would be the correct term.
Froggings.
Froggings.
Froppings.
Would you like some froggings?
Would you like some froggings on your pizza?
Crunchy frog?
Oh, can you imagine what the netizens will say? Anyway, a recent culinary experiment by Pizza Hut China has left the internet both intrigued and disgusted.
Well, yeah, me too. If you took the bones out, it wouldn't be chunky or crunchy, would it?
This is what my friend Andrew's wife Annie used to do. We would watch a movie, and if something gross came on, and usually, like if it was a horror movie and it was kind of sexually gross, like, I don't know, a couple doing it and then Freddy stabs him through the bed or something like that, whatever, something like that, she would go, ew, gross, rewind it. Like in that kind of succession.
Oh, that's so horrible. Can I see it again?
Yeah, can I say this is so bad? Can I see it one more time? Like that was her thing, and we used to tease her so hard about that.
It's the equivalent of, ooh, God, that's horrible. Oh, God, I think that's bad. Smell this. Yeah.
Bart touching the electrified cupcake.
Right. Ow.
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 The photo on this thing.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at this. This is great.
Disturbing as hell. And it's not the frog that's disturbing. It is the hangover Muppet eyeballs that it puts above the frog.
Yeah. What is that about? Why? I assume those are like mozzarella balls, probably. I don't know, actually.
Probably. I was thinking maybe boiled eggs, but I think you're probably right with the mozzarella.
Yeah. Yep, and he's
I like
fried.
all that cilantro though. If that looks like cilantro, and I'm in favor of that.
Well, here's the. It might be too much cilantro though for me.
Never, no such thing.
I don't think I have the taste you have for it. I don't have the aversion to it. Some people do.
Yeah, you don't think it tastes like foil or soap like some people do.
No. But I can find it a little overwhelming sometimes. It has to be the right amount.
I mean, if I eat a slice of that, I'm going to kind of spread the leaves a little bit more because it looks like it's tucked around the body of the frog. I don't know how you eat this. Like, you open up the box and you go, aha, that's really cute. And then you start just spreading the toppings around and cutting up the frog so that everybody gets a bite of frog.
That's a great question. Does everybody want a piece of the frog, or does someone demand it like they do the wings? I'm taking the frog.
Can I get half frog, half pepperoni, please?
Yeah. How about mushroom and frog? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It says here, the unusual topping is part of a collaboration with the popular mobile game Dungeon and Fighter Origins. The pizza, which also features a spicy mala sauce, has divided opinions among food enthusiasts, especially netizens. A new pizza variety from Pizza Hut China. Let's see. It's called Goblin Pizza is what they call it. Features a fried whole frog on top. Unique dish was created as part of the collaboration between this mobile game. The photo of the frog top pizza quickly gained attention online due to its striking appearance. That's when the netizens freaked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's done for the lulls. It's done for the likes, the engagement and stuff. People are going to eat this just so they can eat it on TikTok.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, why else would you get that? I would never get it for any other reason than that.
No.
Final story. This is great news for those waiting for this.
All right, good.
Chemists have created the world's thinnest spaghetti. Thinnest spaghetti.
Thank goodness. We needed something to keep the sauce from sticking to the pasta.
That's right.
Even thinner spaghetti.
Yeah, I needed a way to really cut those carbs, and they found it. Here it is. Researchers from the University College London have done what celebrity chefs and Italian nanas, I assume that's like grandmothers.
Oh, yeah.
No idea. Nonna. Anyway.
Made by my nana, just like my nana used to make.
That makes that see, it sounds right when you say it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, this is something they could only dream of. They've made the world's thinnest spaghetti. The culinary sounding accomplishment, published in Nanoscale Advances, has yielded standards of starch.
Favorite magazine, by the way.
Oh, it's great.
I love that magazine. I only read it for the comics, though.
Yeah, I read it for the nudity. I like that.
Yeah, but the nudity requires a magnifying glass or an electron microscope.
Yeah, you can't really do it with the naked eye. It's hard, even though the naked eye.
The naked eye.
Yeah, get it?
I'd like
This has yielded strands of starch nanofibers. That was she taught me English in 3rd grade. Old starch nanofibers.
Old starch nanofibers.
That are 372 nanometers wide, which is invisible to the naked eye and even smaller than some wavelengths of light.
Wow.
I don't know what the point of this would be. It's not to eat it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Exactly. It's like you knew you had to decide if you could, but you didn't decide if you should.
Yeah.
I know I got that line.
Something like that, though.
Wrong.
I think I
butchered that line.
I felt it.
You didn't ask yourself. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't ask yourself if. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I really perfected my Jeff Goldblum over Thanksgiving dinner with yes. Would you please pass the cranberries?
Oh, cranberries. Oh,
Did
yes,
you put
yes.
pecans in the cranberries? Yes. Oh, very good.
I thought you were going to say when I barfed on a donut in front of everybody. That's how you did it.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yes.
Yes, do it again.
Horrible.
Oh, that's horrible. Rewind. It says that the actual importance of this, the application, is in medicine of all things. They said, for example, nanofiber starches could be used to help heal wounds when used in bandages, keep out bacteria while using moisture or allowing moisture through rather than going through the energy-intensive process of refining their own plant starch or cell starch for nanofibering. These chemists decided store-bought was fine and made their strands directly from flour. So it really was more of a proof of concept of at this level, we can create all kinds of.
If we can do it with spaghetti, we can do it with a blood vessel, or we can do it with a something, whatever they needed to do. They just start with everything starts with pasta.
Yeah, that's what my morning started with pasta. This water bottle infused pasta in here.
Could we get scientists to maybe come up with a pasta that, like spaghetti noodles, that have little pockets that hold the sauce better, so that when you finish a plate of spaghetti, you don't have like a puddle of sauce that you have to try and slurp up with a fork or something?
Maybe. So the existing angel hair pasta, which I do like a lot, I prefer that, have little pockets, little divots through it. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. I'd be down with it.
Yep.
And that means less pasta because you're actually creating holes where there would be pasta, but now it's air.
Right. Oh, there you go.
So
I'm losing
weight.
Like little holes in the pasta.
Better diet plan right there going on.
Love it.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Steven Schleicher will be here. He's been in the chat, hanging out, talking. I know he's here, and it's going to be great. Can't wait to talk to him. He's got some suggestions for your Christmas season when it comes to comic books and whatnot. But he's even thinking about movie fans and gamers, 3D printing people. All kinds of stuff.
Cool. He's a considerate guy, not just thinking about the spoilers, but also the gifts that just keep on giving.
Considerate guy, generous lover, all those things.
He's a gentle lover.
He's a gentle lover.
Schleicher.
Yeah, he is. So we're going to talk to him, find out why all that's true here in a minute. But first, a song from Brian Ibbott.
Yeah, this is a band that their label calls Britain's answer to Daisy Jones and the Six. That's really cool. That's high praise, by the way, because I love Daisy Jones and the Six. This is like, if you like that kind of alternative indie with a little tiny bit of country, like Casey Musgraves is a good example of that, or names I can't think of right now. Then you're going to like this. This is Bailey Tompkinson and the Locals. They released a brand new single called Moonshine, and it's very, very good. Here is Bailey Tompkinson and the Locals and Moonshine.
I'm not sure what kind of factory you're thinking of. We just make boxes here.
I see you've played knifey spoony before.
And we're back. Who was that one more time, please?
Sure, that is Bailey Tompkinson and the Locals from a brand new single they released from their home in the UK. That is a song called Moonshine.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to add Steven, a.k.a. Major Spoilers, to this thing and do it.
And now welcome Steven to the show. He's a huge freaking nerd.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, man. You heard it here first. He's all about them dollar bills, y'all. No, not really. He's about a lot of other things. It's Steven Schleicher, everybody. Welcome back, and how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was fine. We just stayed at home this year, and we had, what did we have? We had charcuterie board. That's what we did for Thanksgiving.
You know, really? That's interesting. So no traditional turkey slices, like turkey meat or something?
Nope.
Really?
We had all of your salamis and your, all your salted meats, and we had pumpkin pie. That was about the only other thing, but
You know what? You basically did what we did. The girls got together and they did a very different kind of Thanksgiving. It included a bunch of charcuterie, but it also had like a bunch of Asian stuff, and it was no turkey. We had no turkey this year.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds awesome, actually.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah,
do
mainly it's
different.
because we didn't do a big family gathering, and we didn't want to buy a turkey for 4 people and then have turkey for like 6 months. So
Sure.
Plus, they are expensive this year. Turkeys are like $100. Like even for basic ones, felt like it seemed like they're really pricey. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you
should see the price of turkey eggs.
Oh my gosh, tell me more. There's such a thing? I didn't even know you could do turkey eggs.
No.
Okay.
I'm just making a comment about the grocery prices.
I want to know
the price of turkey eggs in China.
Yeah, I want to know how much. I assume turkeys lay eggs. Can people eat a turkey egg? Is that a thing you can do though?
Sure.
Yeah.
Never had that.
I think you can. Yeah, I mean, ostrich eggs, goose eggs, duck eggs.
I guess I've eaten most of those you just mentioned, except I haven't eaten an ostrich egg before. But let's see, turkey eggs. Why don't we eat them? Says fine dining lovers.
Yeah, so is it full of bones? Because their legs are full of bones that you don't expect. They're drumsticks.
It says right here, they lay eggs. Let's see, Oh, here we go. Like all birds, turkeys lay eggs, but they don't lay as frequently and begin laying as early as a chicken. Chickens lay around 300 eggs a year to a turkey's 100. So it's really about the money.
Wow.
They don't make them fast enough, and therefore they're more expensive per. And why do you need them? You just go get chicken eggs. So all right, well, we learned something today.
Just get more turkeys.
Well, that's fantastic. More turkeys for everyone.
Yeah.
Steven, we're gonna get into it. You got some ideas here. It's the month of giving gifts and all that.
God, I guess it is. Yeah.
Sorta, sure. And I always like your recommendations. First of all, I wanted to come back around to what we talked about last time you were on. Those absolute DC things.
Yes.
Really, really liking those a lot.
Really?
A lot
Cool.
more than I thought. The writing is excellent. The Batman one is great. The Superman one is, in particular, really good, I thought.
Yeah.
Really good take on that whole thing. And the Wonder Woman one I just got, so I'm not far enough to say, but I think there's 2 of those out now.
Yeah, I think the second one came out last week. So
yeah, absolutely all in on these. All 3 series. I'm just going to read them all through, however long these go. I assume they have some sort of expiration date, right? Like a lot of these.
No, Scott Snyder said that the plan is these go on until DC cancels them.
Really?
So it's not like a 6-issue run. It's like this is a whole new line, just like Ultimate Comics.
Okay, because they make some choices in that Batman one that seem hard to. Well, obviously they have other lines, so it's fine because it's just another line of Batman comics, and there are 100 others all happening at the same time. So if you want your regular Detective Comics and see Robin once in a while, good news, they're still there. But this thing is like going places and doing very different things, and I really like it. I wasn't sure I was gonna, and I really dug them. So good recommendations.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when it comes to holiday gift giving, here's the thing. I can make recommendations. I can say, hey, my favorite comic book is Absolute Batman, and everyone should go buy Absolute Batman. Well, you give that to somebody, and maybe they don't like Batman. Maybe they're a Marvel fan. Maybe they're one of those kind of weirdos.
Yeah.
So when it comes to these suggestions, I say try to keep it as generic as possible.
Okay.
And then that way, everybody should be happy. If you're just trying to go, I don't know what to get young Brian for a Christmas gift. How about I give him this? And I do have a gift idea for Brian, for everybody that wants to buy a gift for Brian. So stick around to the end.
Good. Everybody, stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So in the comic book category, I just say supplies for storage, like Mylar boxes or Mylar bags and comic book boxes, because if you have somebody that has comic books just laying around and they want to keep them for whatever reason for long term, a Mylar bag is really good. If you have a friend that has a lot of single boxes, what I would recommend is this company called Drawer Boxes. And what they are long boxes that are connected to one another. I think there's like 5 of them in a row that you can connect, and then you stack them up, and it's a really stable storage system.
It's a really good idea. And that way you don't, if you stack those boxes, number one, you have to take the top ones off to get to the box you want. Which sucks. And then they just fall over, and that's a big mess.
Yeah. And so I've had these for like decades now. I've got about a 6x10 setup of long boxes from Drawer Boxes. And when my basement got wet a few years ago and those comic boxes got wet, the whole thing didn't collapse. They kind of sucked up the water on the outer shell, sunk a little bit, and I did have to throw some of the drawer boxes away. But for the most part, the comics stayed intact the entire time. So if somebody is,
bags.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody's looking for storage for comic books, there's Mylar bags and drawer boxes.
You'd think that they'd make like a drawer box stand that maybe has little legs that put it like 2 or 3 inches off the floor, because everybody who has long boxes, I would say 90% of people who collect comics store them in the basement.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing, that's what I was doing too, just storing them right on the floor. And that's where we got into trouble. So what I ended up doing for this second round is I built a little 2x4 platform. So I got some 2x4s and made it the length of the comic rack, and then put a 1/4-inch plywood on top of that, so that we shouldn't have that problem ever again.
Good.
I like it.
If you have a movie fan or a gamer, props are probably a good thing, maybe to go in that route.
Props, movie props.
Yeah.
Props,
you know, like you want to go get your own replica of the Maltese Falcon, or my son this weekend watched the 2nd season of Arcane. And printed out his own prop gun from the show. So there's that. And that's kind of maybe one of the things, if you're looking for props, is look at small businesses who make these kind of props instead of going with the big Hasbro company. So, you know, your Bill Durant, your Brian Ibbets, those kind of people.
Sure.
Yeah.
I noticed something this weekend. We went to a place that had a bunch of booths where people were making jewelry and, you know, that kind of thing, like a craft fair. And there was a booth there where this guy was printing out 3D printed objects, and there was like the snakes, the articulated snakes, and all that kind of stuff.
Dragons,
but it was so low resolution. Like this stuff was, it didn't look.
So that you could probably crank them out fast, right? Because
I thought about that. I thought it's either an older printer or, like you're saying, they're just like, well, print them at a lower res and get them out and do whatever. But they were kind of janky and not great. But people were buying them hand over fist, and I thought, somebody with a good printer could come in here and just really rock this place. You know?
Somebody needs to go there with like 10 printers and like constantly have each one of them going with the things that people want, so that they can get them out.
I mean, they kind of had that concept of a 3D printer place in that show that now got canceled.
Yes, the one with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah. What was that called?
The Peripheral.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That is like, I saw that print farm, that storefront print farm, like, I want that job. Let's have a little podcast studio in the back. I kind of wanted this for that game store. Tabletop games, podcasting, print farm.
Yeah.
3 games in the front, podcasts in the back.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah, you know how to party.
It's funny you guys are mentioning 3D stuff, because I have some suggestions for 3D printing people.
Cool.
And see if you agree with me on this, Brian, because I know you do a lot of that. I would say filament or resin. Right?
Yes.
That might be something to get people. It's like, oh, you like 3D printing? Well, here's this really cool filament that prints in wood or metal or something like that. The one thing I would say that on filament or resin is double check and make sure that it's compatible with the person's printer, so you don't get the wrong kind.
Yeah, and stay away from those weird specialty ones, because, you know, it's like, all right, I'm getting some of that rubberized filament. Well, if they don't have the right kind of filament printer, that probably won't work.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. So
you did,
both.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The other thing that you might want to consider for 3D printing people is a subscription to a monthly STL service, like My Mini Factory or something like that.
Yeah, if they're big into superheroes and they have a resin printer, there's a bunch of really cool Patreons that make.
That's what I want to get.
Oh yeah, do you have?
I want to get those because I want to print out some of those big old resin statues.
Yes. Oh my God, they're so good. Yeah, there's a couple. We'll have to compare notes and
Okay.
and so I'll give you some recommendations if you need them. But 3D Wicked, I think, is one of the best ones out there.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Nice.
All right. So gamers. I am still waiting, Brian, for my Marvel Unlimited multiverse.
I just saw their latest update saying we've got the last palette of East Coast people, which I guess you are considered East Coast.
Yep.
Oh my God, dude! I'm so sorry it's taking so long for that to get to you.
Here's the thing: the minis on those are great. You're gonna have to find your own storage solutions for that. I use this company out of Germany with their foam boxes. They're really great. But there's a lot of little tokens that come in games, little chits and little meeples and all those kind of things. One company that I found, especially if you got a little tiny tray, X Trays. It's game trays with a Z.com. And they sell these things called X trays, and they're these little pop open stackable plastic storage containers for tokens and little things. And they are great. They're like $1 a piece, $2 a piece. You can get like 20, 30 of these and store all of your criminals and civilians for your Marvel United and all your special tokens and all of these. And they stack on top of one another and lock in place so they don't, just fall over all over the place. So that's one thing that you might want to think about is something for token storage.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
The other one that I suggest that I found, and I'm using this specifically for Marvel United, is bulk boxes. This is from a company called Team Covenant. And these bulk boxes are just cardboard boxes, but they will store like 3,800 cards. And so right now I have 3 of them filled up. Again, it's going to expand with the other one, but one of them is just villains, and then the other 2 A through H, and then H through Z for heroes. And these things stack in a Kalex-sized space, so you can stack 3 of them on top of one another. Great for card storage. So Pokemon fans, Magic fans, whatever. Cool. These might be a great way to do big storage of big games.
I like this so much more, and they come with the dividers. I like this so much more than the ones I bought for Marvel United, which are they have handles on them, like you can take them places like a suitcase, but I'm not. We're gonna play it here because everything else, I'm not gonna carry 600 minis to some place to play. It's gonna be here. So this is great.
The final thing for gamers, card sleeves. But the thing I will say with card sleeves is beware, because everybody has their own special preference for their card sleeves. So again, you might want to check and see what people want or use if you want to get card sleeves. But I mean, you look at Marvel Multiverse, I don't know how many cards are in that one, but there's over 1,000 cards. If somebody wants to protect those for long term, a card sleeve is going to be necessary, and those cost money. So that might be something for people to get for gamers in their life. So there you go, Scott and Brian, some suggestions for things to get for people this holiday season. But I do have 2 maybe suggestions for Scott and Brian. If our listeners out there want to get Scott and Brian gifts this holiday,
all right.
Here's one for Brian. Lego has the X-Men Mansion.
Oh,
so you get a bunch of X-Men in minifig form. There's a Sentinel that's attacking, plus you get the entire mansion, and you get to build it out of Lego and have your own display and all of that stuff. Problem is, it's like $350 for that.
Yeah,
holy shit.
So, but here's the deal, Brian. If people just send you a bunch of these, I will gladly take a couple off of your hands if you get more than one.
I don't expect to see any of these, and that's totally fine. Why is Gambit flying? Come on now. Who at Lego or is Magneto making raising Gambit up?
Oh, good point. Let's see. Oh, I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like he's flying to attack.
He looks like flying, yeah. I mean, come on. Rogue, swap out Rogue and Gambit. Rogue's flying. Make Rogue flying and put Gambit down on the bottom there.
Yeah. She's shooting lightning out of her hands. That's cool.
And Desiree has it completely 100% correct. I don't have room for this.
You do have room for it, Brian. You never have no space for Lego.
Look at this, though. So look at a Cerebro deal. This is cool. Look at that.
That's great. Look at that.
Yeah, he's hiding in there, talking.
I do think the back of it's really funny because it's like
just flat.
Just brick wall and then a door, like their back door.
Man. I was in a Lego store this weekend. Their prices are insane.
They are.
And the prices just keep going up. It used to be 10 cents a brick. Now I think it's like 15 cents a brick is what things go for these days. And with these license things, that's just Lego's license to print money.
Yeah.
I like the little tiny danger closet. Not really a danger room as much as like a danger walk-in pantry.
Yeah. They're just walking in there, him and or her and who's that, Gambit with her?
Right. It's dangerous when you have 2 or more X-Men in there because you'll elbow somebody in the face trying to get out.
He's like, listen, Sherry, I'm going outside to fly in a minute. You can't fly. Anyway,
I do love all the minifigs this comes with.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great ones. So you can they did have last year they had the X-Jet for sale. You can still get that at Walmart. That's like $50. So if you're looking for the X-Men jet, and that one has Cyclops and
Blackbird, SR7.
Yeah. Scott, it's a little bit harder to pick for you, but I thought what might be good is for somebody to get you and I don't know how you feel with leather with everybody in your house, but
I've seen Scott in leather. Yeah,
I like leather. I'm a fan.
A leather sketchbook cover.
Oh yeah,
with some kind of custom logo on the front, either a Frog Pants logo that you could have made, or a World of Warcraft logo, or something like that. So you can just keep a sketchbook in there and some pencils and eraser, so that you can just do some sketching whenever and wherever you want.
Yeah, something like this. Look at that.
After you were talking at the top of the show, maybe go get Scott a rare book. My wife this year, I'm getting her for the second time. She's got a favorite author. So I've been tracking down first editions, signed, autographed first editions of the books.
Oh, wow.
For my wife. So I don't know if she's into book collecting, but she seemed to appreciate last year. So I got her again this year.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great gift to give.
I need one of these for your iPad, just so.
Yeah, you could probably do it for an iPad too. Yeah.
Or a little of both. Maybe have them both in there. Sure.
Oh, both in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Get a little traditional, get a little digital, whatever you need. This is great. Well, excellent stuff, man. Great gift ideas for everybody. You know what I really like? The earlier part of your list here is great because I don't think we can emphasize this enough. The nerds in your life already get the nerd shit they want all year. Yeah. They're not waiting around till Christmas to get a 3D printer. But if you show up with 2 big spools of their favorite filament, that's awesome. Like,
that's totally awesome. Because you go through filament like crazy. You go through long boxes like crazy. You go through storage systems for your games like crazy. It's like, get them the things to store the things that they're already buying for themselves.
Yeah, so that they can get more things.
This list is the socks and underwear list for nerds. So.
Yeah. It really is. It's like ties and underwear and socks. We need them.
It's great, but it's the ones we need. Yeah. Somebody just give me a paper shredder for all those the new 52 issues. No, I'm just kidding. I do need something to kind of like. I'm realizing I've got to once again do this every few years. Pare down the collections. All right. I collect the Scotty Young statues. Those aren't going anywhere. I collect what else am I collecting that it's like, I need to get those. Some of the miniature video game cabinets, the New Wave Toys ones. And that's it. Like start getting rid of all the other crap.
Yeah. It's hard though,
I'll
right?
take the Legos off your hands, Brian.
Yeah.
Will you? Okay. But they're already built. Are you all right with that?
No, I'll take them.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
All the better, man.
Can I just crunch them all up into a box with the instructions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Do that. That's how, like, all of my Lego sets from, like, the 80s when I was growing up, of course, the boxes don't exist anymore. So they are all in a big laundry tub with the instructions on top. And it's like, well, pick through and find what you want. Here's the thing. I'll take anybody's Lego. If anybody wants to get rid of their Lego, I will gladly take them off your hands, because here's the thing. Yes, you can build them and have fun with them and show them, but they're also a huge investment for the future. Yeah. Because if you get that X Mansion, I guarantee you that is not going to stay a product in the Lego store for more than a year, maybe 2 years at most.
Yeah.
2 years from now, that $350 price is going to go up to $500. 4 years from now, that'll be $1,000 set right there.
That's an investment for the future.
Buy it and don't take it out of the box.
Yeah, buy 2. Buy one to play with. Buy one to sell for mint in box.
Yeah, why not?
Put your kids through college with Lego.
Sure.
Right.
Just
listen, kids. I know it's ramen for the next few weeks of food, but don't worry, you're going to college because I'm buying Legos.
Yep. I love it. Well, that's great, dude. I hope you're, having a fun holiday season. We'll get to talk to you at least once or twice before the before the big holiday.
At least one more time.
Yeah, at least one more time. I look forward to that. In the meantime, have a fantastic. You get a little time off from school and stuff, or
I did. I had to come in and do some security seminar stuff, but other than that, it was fine. So.
Nice. Cool. Glad you did that. Are you drinking enough water? Are you keeping?
Well, that's what after this morning's conversation, I was going to say stay hydrated, but maybe don't stay hydrated. I don't know.
A little less.
Consult your physician.
Yeah,
they will tell you what you should do.
Yeah, do a little.
Stay the exact amount of hydration that you need to stay.
Yeah, and don't forget, everybody's a little different, so do what you got to do. Exactly. Steven, stay out of trouble. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Eggnog does not count as hydration.
No, it definitely does not. In fact, I think that is negative hydration.
It is.
Pretty sure.
It is my favorite of the thickened liquids.
By
one
far,
of the
right?
few that I will. Yeah. One of the few that I'll enjoy. And if you call a milkshake thickened liquid, then that one too. But keep looking for eggnog zero. Waiting to find that in a store near you. Eggnog zero.
Kim did like you did this year with her birthday and took advantage of all the places that do free things, and got tons of stuff from places.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some we can go to because she's within the 30 days or whatever. It can be any time.
Totally. No, it's you. What you have to do is you immediately create a list in Notes, Apple Notes, and have the date and then the place and what you get there, so that every week you can look and say, "Oh, we really need to go to the Lazy Dog this week because I have a birthday thing that expires," or "We got a couple weeks for my free blah blah blah," or "Oh, it's the day of Starbucks today. Got to go today."
Yeah, love that. You gotta. I think she's gonna make it a thing. She loves it. Real quick here, I did a fun thing that I want to recommend to people. So, Van drew a picture this weekend. Oh, yeah. His dad's been playing Red Dead Redemption, and he's been following that and watching it and whatever. Let me see if I can find the original. The original looks like this, and he's 5, so this looks about what you'd expect from a 5-year-old. But he's really into drawing right now, so this is his rendition. And, you can kind of make out, well, we got a cowboy here with, I don't know, some questions about what's going on here in the crotch zone, but, whatever. He says it's
with a hockey stick, clearly.
Yeah, clearly a hockey stick. So we did some questioning. He says this thing with the one hand is a gun, and then this thing down here is a holster for his gun.
All right.
And then this is a horse. I think the horse is kind of obvious, and then clouds and whatever. So I did this thing where I drew what he drew, but in my own way. And this is what we ended up with, which is obviously psychotic and weird. But I think this was so much fun to do. I just can't recommend enough. If you've got a kid who likes to draw and they're, early, their drawings are a little rough. Yeah. Do that and then go back and just give them your version and go back and forth. It's a total blast. So that's just really a fun little holiday thing to be doing. All right.
I love your horse, by the way. Like little pudgy. Yeah. Chunky horse.
He's a little chunky guy, and I couldn't make out.
What's on his back? Is that a?
So that's a great question, Brian. I'll show you the original here, and you'll have a hard time telling either what's going on back here. I don't know.
Well, clearly the thick thing, the dark thing is the tail.
I guess so. I kind of interpreted it as he's wearing a whole thing.
Like a backpack or storage, some sort of storage system.
Yeah, or it's hiding his. I don't know what it is. And this thing up front, I don't think was supposed to be a ring, but I went ahead and made it a ring.
Of course, yeah, that's good.
Because I didn't know what to do there, but and the gun, I kept the spirit of his gun, but just added some.
Champing at the bit is what he's doing.
Yeah. Anyway, it was super fun thing to do.
That's great. That's a lot of fun.
Highly recommend doing that, even if you don't think you're a good artist. It doesn't matter. Just draw their stuff. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Monday show today at noon, so usual places if you want to watch Carter and I live today, and that'll be fun, so check that out.
Cool.
And everything else is usual this month, or this week. Not this month. This month is weird, but this week is normal.
This month is weird.
Yeah. So you're going to get TMS every day. Oh, Wendy's in Chicago on Thursday, so we're missing Wendy again.
Oh, no. Okay, well.
Call now or something. I don't know what we're going to do. TMS Friday, of course, for patrons. If you want to know more about that, go to patreon.com/TMS. But everything else should be pretty normal this week. So
cool.
God willing. All right. That's it. Brian, let's get out of here. What do you have going on
Yes,
for songs?
Sir. I've got a request going out to, been a while since we've seen this guy, Les Gebhardt. Used to see him at all the Nerdtaculars, good old Les. He says, hi, Scott and Brian. It's your longtime listener and now still far away listener, Les, still doing my thing in Prague in the Czech Republic. This December 1st marks my 60th revolution around the sun, and so I'm hoping Brian can find something appropriate to help me celebrate. I'd love to hear the a cappella version of Africa by Perpetuum Jazil, or perhaps a cover When I'm 64 by the Beatles. No, we'll save that one for 3 years from now, dude. Regardless, I leave it to Brian to find something upbeat if these don't work. Thanks for all you guys do and for keeping me sane over here. Lastly, would it be possible for me to get a mouthful of the Denver?
Oh, the Denver.
Cheers, Les, a.k.a. History Kid.
Hell yeah. So Prague, man. He's still in Prague.
He's still in Prague, yeah. So we got to give him a happy birthday, and then we got to give him a
taste of the Denver. Mouthful of the Denver? Yeah, mouthful of Denver, right? All right. So here comes your birthday wishes, and you know the one. Hold on. Where is she?
Happy birthday.
And you get one of these.
Start your day with a mouthful of the Denver.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, that's a misprint.
I still think your typo is a better.
I think typo's funnier.
It's funnier. It is funnier. If you could go back and write that episode of the Seinfeld episode, you would use typo. Of course you would.
It's a typo.
Yeah.
All right. Africa by Perpetuum or Perpetuum Jazil. I don't know. It's some foreign group, but they do really cool a cappella covers, and I don't know how they pronounce their name. I know I would pronounce that Perpetuum, but I'm pretty sure that's not how they would do it. This is from a single they released in 2010 covering Toto's Africa. It's awesome. Here is Perpetuum Jazil.
All right, there it is. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Whoops.
Oh, looks like someone just got their ears caught in the audio cookie jar at frogpants.com.
Someone's lucky keys.
Oh, lucky keys.